Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Football Manager 2018. Today we are facing off against Oxford. It is an away game, and I know that I may not televise all of the away games over here, but what I want to do is test out our recent transformation to our tactics over here, which involves moving the ball-winning midfielders up a little bit more forward, and playing with Mr. Ben Close here as a regista. So I've been doing some Googling about the regista and getting some description about it. Looks like it really is just a variant on the deep-lying playmaker that really does roam around a lot more. And I think it's going to be an excellent fit to what we're trying to do, assuming that we can sort of manage to have the right degree of skill for it. It really does benefit from having good passing, good technique, good first touch. I mean, we've got, green numbers based on our filters here for all of those things. Good vision, good composure and decision making. All those things are there. Again, none of these are golden numbers, but they're all pretty good. And Ben Close has got a lot of potential to grow over here. I mean, you can see his potential super high. I went ahead and threw that up. I don't know. I think it was one of my coaches was saying must improve agility. I think he's going to be busy enough with a focus role over here because I think his training schedule is pretty dense. I'm throwing on the likes to switch ball to other flank as well. He doesn't technically play on the flank, but I can see, especially with his roaming, he's going to end up on one side or another quite a bit, which should pull in the opposition that way a lot. And if you can swap the ball over to either our sort of winger or wing back on the other flank while the opposition is being pulled to whatever side Ben Close is, I think that'll be very good. I was able to tweak a couple other people that might make good replacements or good backup players for this role over here. Either Stuart O'Keefe or Nathan Thompson, I don't remember, but one or both of them, I did also get them training on the regista over here. I mean, basically, that means they're going to improve their familiarity with the defensive midfielder position, and they'll work on things like their technique and their first touch and so on and so forth. You don't train for a specific preference. These sort of roles here. So I guess that would be it. Each player, right, has their naturalness in terms of a position, and then in terms of a role, I don't think players develop a certain naturalness for a particular role. The meter here is just showing how good they meet the suggested characteristics for that role, how well everything combos up. To do that is, I believe, the way it works. So it should work out okay as long as people have a certain amount of potential to develop that way. So we'll give that a go. So we are going to be running this tactic over here. You can see the passing style is a little lower, and the position role duty is a little lower as well as people come to grips with some of the new transition over here. Passing style is the retain possession plus pass into space that we've got here, which should be swell. So again, this guy's going to roam around a fair bit. He may not go into the opposing half very much, but I think that's going to be okay, especially since, in a sense, when we've hit our full-on attack, there's actually going to be 5 people really applying pressure, right? The 3 up front and the 2 wingbacks are really going to be up there. I'm not convinced we really need more muscle there. And in a sense, they're sort of going to form a bit of a line, or even it might end up being a little bit of a W because the wingbacks might send forward. So I think that'll be okay. And then these guys might be able to put a stop to the counterattack a little quicker. And I mean, there is some tackling and defensive stuff on the regista over here, and we still have only a tackling of 9 over here in Ben Close, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and go with this team. Slightly different starting 11 from the last game, just because I've got I've put back in some of our key starters a wee bit more because there were still some people a little low on match sharpness. I would love to get Nathan Thompson in here at some point during the match to help boost his sharpness up, or if we can play in some of the under 23 matches or something like that, that would also be very good because he is a very good player and I would like to see that. All right, so we got another 4-4-2, and again, though, you can see there's a bit more of an aggressive stance on the wings on both lines of this over here, so I expect them to be quite active. What is the star here? I mean, you're not the captain or anything. I'm confused, but okay. Yeah, see, Pittman is the captain. Have you just been doing very well? Is that it? Oh, I think these are like the players to watch. I think that's the idea if we look down here. Todd Kane will be the key player. Stuart O'Keefe. Yes, I don't know. Whichever. Challenge them. Pick off where we left off. Yeah, good motivation. Yeah, I'm happy to just let these guys do it. I think they still use my basic stats. I think it's the assistant manager stats plus my stats that go into this. I'm not sure. So I think we're still getting benefit from that. I do love seeing the players walk onto the pitch. Coaches high five, shake hands, go in there. Let's get this show on the road. So Oxford is going to start with possession over here. We are still going to be on the comprehensive highlights, so we can see a lot. So we're going to remember, wherever Ben Close is, right over here, for example, he's the guy we're very curious to see exactly what this has. It'd be nice. I don't know if it's going to keep it there. I did keep him clicked, but I suspect between highlights it's not going to stay. What Mal go? You can see how deep back here Close did go to help participate in that, although, you know, that might have happened to anyone. Oh, it is keeping his little click on his head. And if I click off, then it goes away. Interesting. Okay, that's very handy. I mean, this is going to be pretty standard. You know, he's still doing his challenging over here. He's still marking some people appropriately. Getting a lot of... being assaulted pretty heavily. There you go. Burr clears it out of the box. O'Keefe clears it further. We are still giving up possession. But, oh, Ronan with a nice deflected header. It is going to lead to a throw-in, but that probably puts us in a better position to guard against this stuff. This looks like another throw-in after that. So they really are staying in our final third, or at least in our half. Well, that's feeling final 30. Nice little slide tackle there from Cal Naismith, who, remember, is one of our forward wingers. But we have seen him deliver a good number of sliding tackles like that, I feel. We got to check his defensive stats. I think they're surprisingly good. Bit of a failure there. A lot of action in our box. Henry with a big cross. We do get a kick out now. You can see how much close it is roaming. I mean, someone's got to go in for those flanks. So keep an eye on him. Nice cross pass to Naismith, who has to run a little bit, but that's actually not a problem in this case. He does beat the defender. Rose gets the ball, takes a nice shot at the net. Really, really well done. I mean, obviously, you know, could always be done better if he'd gone around the goalkeeper and things, but the tempo of that play was great. There was a huge amount of opportunity for the ball to go in a variety of ways that could have beaten the goalkeeper. Brett Pittman looks like he may have suffered a bruised thigh. Hopefully he'll bounce back. What is he currently looking at over here? It's still marking his condition as 88%, so I think he's going to be fine for now, which is good, because we don't really have a lot of striker options. Pittman with a attempted shot over there. We keep sliding down in position here, because other teams they may have completed their play, or they might be in a position where it's, yeah, I guess even early on, if one team's ahead, it's going to mark them as, in theory, winning. Oh, you shot it out because there was an injury. I'm like, why did the goalkeeper do that? But yeah, someone was injured, so they just knocked the ball out of play to stop the action. And I believe the football etiquette is such that then the other team, because the goalkeeper threw it out of play, which is going to result in a throw-in for Oxford. But I believe the sportsmanship thing, I just had the word and I forgot it. But yeah, the thing that'll happen is Oxford will then throw it out for us to have a throw-in to return possession, to be fair. So O'Hare looks like he's playing with a bit of an injury. That was a gorgeous play. And that's going to score 9 times out of 10. I don't know if there was just a lack of coverage back there. We could rewind it and double check and see if we want to specifically start marking some people. I don't know. What is the analysis sort of hinting at things? A few knocks already. May have a bruised thigh. Yeah, no, that's probably fine. Let's double check. What's it marking his condition? Yeah, he's going to be okay. We're okay. All right, go. Go. Donahue up to O'Keefe. O'Keefe to Ronan. O'Keefe is one of our ball-winning midfielders now. But again, he's still on support role. They're still going to get some stuff done. He's not going to move around as much. He is looking to dump the ball. And there's a possibility that by not having that box-to-box midfielder, we are going to lack a certain amount of presence there. We'll see. Rose back to O'Keefe, who takes the shot. It is interesting to see how the development goes. There's not like the little radar pop-up anymore, is there, that we can use? Part of me wants to sort of move to a top-down angle to get a bit of a sense about, like, overall positioning. Pittman clears it with his head. Again, you know, has to sacrifice possession there, but there was really no other option. We're trying to press them back a little further. They have to take a pretty crazy kick in there. Whatmouth does get the header. Gets it to Ronan. Oh, beautiful slide tackle to take the ball away from Pittman. Oh, he just stands there in shock like, what the hell am I supposed to do about that? O'Hare, the injured one, does... Man, they are hammering us, though. They are really hammering us. I like he's covering his crotch. Oh, realism in video games. Good. Oh, nice denying there. Well done. Still, this like four square thing they've got going on is working out pretty well. Ooh, that header did not deliver the ball where you want. It seems to be a lot less two-man going after someone. I think that's a little bit better team communication. People aren't doubling up on the defenders now, which is a lot better. They're not having to compete. No, I got him. No, I got him. Oh, I'm making a move. Sends it wide. It does get deflected off a body. It is going to lead to a corner, though. Wish we were still practicing our defending set pieces. We got to get our match tactics up to fully fluid. We're not that far away. I don't think it'll take very long, especially if we're, actually playing with the tactics. Who dis? That's O'Keefe. Not really going for the tackle, but I mean, with the position there, it's easy to like try and then he just skirts around you. Needs to be closed down, maybe. Ronan to Pittman. Pittman's got to go wide to Donahue. Donahue with lots of time to work out his cross. Oh, Naismith doesn't get the header. Rose comes in there with another kick. Who is Rose? Correct me if I'm wrong. You are one of the other ball-winning midfielders, you're not? But yeah. So we've got enough of a forward presence. They're definitely getting up there. I mean, they're trying to support the play, so that makes sense. Okay, I'm not too worried. In fact, if anything, now I'm wondering, do we have too many people in that final third with having two regular midfielders as opposed to just one? Because remember, our ball-winning midfielders used to be defensive midfielders and probably weren't getting up there quite as often. I don't know. Oh, Pittman again gets the ball taken away. Feels like he's got a pacing problem. I know he's not very fast. That's not what I meant. I meant like more of a tempo problem. But it could be a combination of being slow and... He does have... Hold on. Let's consider this. As a deep-lying forward, he has hold-up ball. Hold the ball asks an attack-minded player take a moment or two longer with the ball than perhaps they would ordinarily, slowing the pace of the game in order to gain a greater perspective over proceedings and allowing teammates to get forward and support. I'm wondering if we want to swap that. Just to an advanced forward, for example, which is a little bit more aggressive. Now, it's only available in an attacking role, and the reason I didn't do it is because I kind of like the idea, again, the attacks are coming from the forward wingers over here, and the idea being that he'd be a little bit more linchpinny over there, but maybe that's a mistake. We're going to have to keep an eye on him. Oh, nice denying over there. Really poor pass there. Oh, whew. Okay, it's a goal kick, thank goodness. That, I thought we were going to be down 2-0 all of a sudden. Now, it is an away game, these things are always tougher, but after how well we did last time, like, where's my win here? I want my win. I wonder if we shouldn't have two ball-winning midfielders. One idea we could do, I'm not going to do it mid-match here, is we could even offset close. We could put him, like, over here and have, like, a deep-line playmaker or advanced playmaker, sort of like kitty corner over there. That's certainly an idea. So O'Keefe does have a yellow. It's going to happen a lot with the ball-winning midfielders. Rose picks it up. I was going to say Naismith's right there. He does get closed down pretty quickly. Recenters to O'Keefe, who tries to send it forward to Pittman. Gets it back. He can send it backwards defensively or out to Walks to the flanks. Rose has got a lot of space. Sends it ahead of Walks, who does cross it to Ronan. The angle's way too hard there for a header. Way too hard. First of all, the ball had lost a lot of momentum, so the header was never going to be too fast. It was such a sharp angle that there wasn't really a lot of like net to see from his point of view. O'Hare is going to be allowed to get the ball up over here. Centers it. Oh, to Henry! Oh my God, what a beautiful save! I was 100% sure that was going in right there. They are going to have a quarter, but yeah. Again, do we pull the ball-winning midfielders back a little bit? I mean, they're still going to be back here for this, but should they be a little further back? Should we change our line? Should we sit deeper? Should we sit higher? Not a very clear answer. And, oh, I accidentally clicked on a player. You don't want to make too many changes too fast because A, it confuses your players, and B, it becomes really hard to tell how well your team is going. All right, we'll go ahead and close them down more. And yeah, we're gonna leave Pittman in for now. Although maybe that's one of the reasons he seems to be playing a little hard, a little slower, a little worse. We'll probably sub him in quite early after the half, but let's see if he recovers a wee bit. O'Keefe to Pittman, Pittman to Ronan. Ooh, couldn't quite get the control over the ball there. Donahue still centers it to Close. Close is gonna successfully get rid of the ball without getting tackled away. I'm surprised. Pittman sends it back to Rose, wide to Naismith. I was going to say probably to Walks. Does get intercepted, but I think it was the right attempt to go that way. O'Hare moves up again. Oh my God. We keep... O'Hare's even like a center, but he's making those runs fairly often. Close to Rose. Rose to Naismith. Naismith with a big shot. I could change the wingbacks to be support instead of attack, so they aren't quite as aggro. But then we'd really have to probably have someone in the middle who's a little bit more forward. Again, I clicked on one of these stupid ad banners. Gotta go ahead and disable that right away. Alright, good shot conversion, lots of possession. Schroeder, Keefe, whatnot. Yeah, that's the other team. One back possession. Yeah, oh, Keefe, I don't know. Maybe you're not... I mean, you've got the yellow card, and you've got that. It might not be your day. That might be the early sub, rather than Pittman. On paper, Ronan's got the lowest numbered rating for the team, but I'm going to say that's less about him and more about failing to sort of deliver things to him appropriately. Boom. The loss of the box-to-box midfielder may be affecting some of this. Because you know what's happening? People are having to connect to Pittman a lot more than before. Oh, Naismith, great attempt there. People are having to connect to Pittman a lot more. And I'm not sure that's his strength because of his lack of speed. He's a little bit older for a striker. Oh, can't believe there's actually a possibility for a shot there. It's possible box-to-box or even just something like an attacking playmaker, advanced playmaker, I should say, or a deep-lying playmaker, but in the midfield, as opposed to our defensive midfield option, may in fact be what we need to support that. I actually have one of my advisors say we should start training Pittman as a central midfielder because he's getting a little bit on in years. And, you know, as a striker, that doesn't really work too much. So I have started training him for that, but I'm not planning on making him change anytime soon. Just trying to get him more comfortable in that role. Keith to Rose. Rose sends it wide to Donahue, which is what we like to see. Although Donahue failed first touch there, really mishandles the ball, and turns what should have been a great opportunity for us into an extremely dangerous situation. That is going to be a goal kick. All right, let's do some subs here. Looking frustrated. Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm going to definitely do a swap for Stuart O'Keefe here. We'll bring in Adam May, who's apparently relatively comfortable in that position. Anyone else? I mean, I could swap out Brett. Connor Chaplin's nowhere as good, and he's also pretty rough. We'll wait a little bit longer before we do it. But yeah, we'll bring in May. That gets rid of our yellow card and gets rid of someone who hasn't necessarily been performing that well. Gives me a little bit more of a sense of security. Boom. Burgess clears it. I don't know if it's supposed to be Burgess or Burgess. Different people pronounce their names that way. It's probably more of a Burgess with the E there. But, again, you know, different regional differences. I kind of like the hard G for some reason. Sounds more impressive. All right, Henry nice and wide. Fails his cross, and Moet fails with that kick attempt. That was, I don't know, there was nothing quality about that at all. People on my team are looking frustrated, and I can't blame them. It's been a very frustrating match. Boom. Naismith, oh, does not win that race. Back to O'Hare here, who keeps doing tons of work. It's taken away, close to May. May, wow. Wow, that is incredibly disappointing. Rose barely gets there in time to save it. May gets it off to the flanks again. Walks has to kick it back. Rose back to May. May gets to Naismith, who definitely has to dump it right away. Rose to close to May. Sends it forward to Pittman. Sends it just ahead of Ronan, which I like, who beats the race. Doesn't have enough time to deliver a really quality kick there, unfortunately. I'll have to take a closer look at some of these stats. Can I get that from the analysis screen? Possession is way in our favor. Slightly behind on shots, but about even. Yeah, close that O'Hare guy down a little bit more. Alright, tell you what, we're going to go and sub out Mr. Pittman. Bring in Connor Chaplin, despite his 60% match sharpness, which isn't great. Those are two fairly early subs. I'm definitely going to have to be patient on my final one, because there could be an injury of some sort. But I wonder if some fresh legs up there and the possible injury on Pittman It might be impacting things. I don't know. Big attempt to get it out to Naismith. Not quite. But May gets it out to Naismith that way, who takes the shot. I think he hit the top of the goal. I mean, still fairly off target, but not as crazy as it could have been. There was a definite possibility that something could have happened there. They're still playing O'Hare. Donahue clears it aggressively forward, right into the other half. Not going to have control, but we've got time to reset our defenses here. Henry censors it to Mahedi. Does get taken away, but what Mao? What Mao? That guy. What? That's just what I should call him. I should just start nicknaming him. He's like, what Mo? Mow it to Henry. He's got to send it backwards. Across to that injured O'Hare, who still sees a lot of action. There's Donahue. He's definitely going to be forced to dump the ball. Sends it deep. Ronan doesn't get the ball, but sort of does, and then sort of gets tackled. Oh, no! Nice save over there. There's going to be a substitution on the other side. It's going to be a corner kick, but I guess it went okay since time is advancing. Another free kick there. It does feel like they're having, while we're ahead on possession, again, it seems like their possession might simply be high quality. So our possession might be more defensively minded. We do have the retained possession instruction now, right? We've got the retained possession pass into space thing, and maybe it's not helping us. Maybe it's not helping us at all. That might be the other thing that was hurting Mr. Pittman there. He may have been a little bit more leery about trying some of the passes because of the retained possession. They would be too risky or too far away. And that might be the other reason it feels like our flank's not being worked as much. It could be that those flank passes that were doing so well in previous games aren't being executed with the retained possession. The other thing we'll do is we'll throw in a control instruction soon. Let's give it a couple more minutes here, just to see if we get a different sense of things going on here. And one game doesn't tell you enough to know if it's actually correct. All right, so we don't have retained possession. We don't have pass into space, although that looked a little pass into spacey, but it might have just been a defensive dump. Swap to control. All right, hasn't taken place yet, though. McGee, where are you going to send it? Deep down the center, and actually we managed to get a hold of that. Chaplin, who is our striker replacement, sends it right in front of Ronan, gets a beautiful shot. Oh my god! I thought for a second there, who is this? Naismith, right? Yeah, Naismith may have been able to get his foot on there and deliver it in. We do get a free kick here. Rose tries a crazy shot. He does have that I like to shoot from far away. And just like with our Air United game, it's not bad to have one guy on there who, like, adds in a little bit of chaos. It might not be a terrible thing. Whereas most people are instructed to work the ball into the box. All right, that shot goes wide there. We do have the ability to do one more swap. Ronan's really having a bad day. Let's bring in Kennedy. Again, has lots of great stats on paper. Let's get some fast movement in the final third here for the end of the match. Last probably 18-ish minutes or something like that. Oh! Failed pass there, gets the walks. Unfortunately, he dumps it forward, and we lose it, but regain it with Rose picking up. In at the Chaplin, he's probably going to try to dump it to one of the flanks. Kennedy is there to pick it up, but he had to go in the wrong direction. Passes it backwards to Close. Close gets it over to Rose, one of our ball-winning midfielders. So is May. But again, that support role gets it to Donahue, crosses it, goes off, but forces the goalkeeper to deliver a touch on it, leading to a corner kick. And I just realized, since I'm not running my main tactics here, probably didn't copy over my special moves, unless that was included when I saved. We'll see. Rose might try one of his patented long shots. No. Oh, he gets it taken away, but we do regain possession there. Still upsets the position of everything over here. Kennedy can't find anyone to send it to quickly enough. Leaving Oxford to come on the aggression once more, but no, there we go. Throw in from the sides, gets close. Close attempts a long-range shot, which a little dubious here. Naismith. Close sets it to Rose. Rose tries a big shot. Gets reset here. Probably centering pass somehow, somewhere. Backwards to Walks. To Close. Back to Walks. Sends it deep forward. Kennedy is not able to get his head on there. And Oxford is on the offense here. But looks like they screwed up that pass. Burgess picks it up. Donahue sends it deep, trying to center to our striker. Doesn't quite get there, but we do manage to regain control. Naismith tries to cross it forward, probably to Kenneth over there. Kennedy. God, I keep doing that. Who killed the Kennedy? Not the, what's the frickin' seat? Kenneth. Dead Kennedys. That's what it is. Dead Kennedys. I'm trying to think of bands. Big cross. Nowhere in position, but nice speed. We might want to switch things to, like, the whip cross thing. May! Big on-target shot. Leading to a corner. I mean, the pressure has been on the last 10 minutes here. So I'd say that our tactical changes... now, control might be part of it, but I think maybe the retained possession passed into space change may have actually resulted in slightly better final third play. Rose, I'm surprised he didn't actually just pass it out to the wing there with Naismith. Obika gets intercepted, but no, Oxford is going to be able to have possession. Okay, let's attack and get rid of play out defense. There we go. High tempo. Let's just go nuts. Confirm changes. Go. We might be able to get something done to equalize this. Now, it's possible that retain possession without pass into space, or pass without into space without retained possession would have worked. But right now, I think I'm kind of happy with just getting rid of both of them. Other than, you know, right now, because we just need to get the ball up, like, instantaneously fast in a crazy, crazy way. Just desperation. Chaplin... Oh, Naismith fails to pick it up. Oh, he was offside! Oh, damn! Looks like it could have been a nice little setup there. We've used other subs, so have they. They're a little more tired. Well, we're about equally tired here. Just probably about 4 or 5 minutes left to go. Oh, we're happy with the full 4 minutes of extra time here. We need the opportunity. Whatmow just sends it forward quickly to Kennedy. Kennedy, again, we're playing very high tempo, very aggressive passing here, which we haven't practiced that much. But we got to still try. Kennedy almost sends it to the striker. Naismith! Oh my god! Somehow sneaks in something crazy over there. I don't know what happened, but holy cow. We're just going to go back to a counter mentality for a little bit. We'll remove this, we'll remove that. We'll reset this. Okay. Confirm. And we'll play down for the draw. Another last-minute equalizer. I mean, this is not the kind of football we're necessarily looking to play. Oh! Huge slide tackle! This is going to be a throw-in for the opposition. But that was massively critical, because that could have easily been a goal. Easily. Throw-in happens. It's thrown directly to the goalkeeper, who decides to just send it forward with rapidity. We do have a minute left, and we're in the offense here. Could Rose deliver it, Chaplin? Nope, he loses it. It gets cleared, just dumped. Whatmow, can you do it quickly and crazily? Part of me does wish the AI was a little bit contextually notable about the time. And I suppose I can put an instruction down there. In the last minute, go nuts. In the last minute, if you have possession. Back to Close. Close going to get it over to the wings with Donahue, who does center it up a little bit, because he was running in the wrong direction to really move it forward. There we go. Rose moving it forward there. Donahue does get control for the cross. No! Free kick. Was there an offsideness there? I'm confused. Well, that is going to be the end of the match, I'm sure. Waiting for the whistle. Okay, maybe not. Be a gold kick for us. That's got to be the end of it. It's going to be the whistle as soon as... Oh, there we go. He doesn't even let it kick it. Let him kick it. Well, we scrape through a draw in an away game, and that, you know, that's often considered to be pretty good. I would have liked to get there with a little bit less stress, mind you, but yeah, a draw in an away game is something that generally we should be relatively okay with. Pleased with how things are going. Everyone's looking extremely delighted. I guess that's fine. So, yeah, let's rescue late draw. That's our second one of those. So, I'm going to suggest we get rid of the retained possession pass into space. I mean, we might want to keep this, but I'm not sure. I think this is going to be better to better exploit the fact that we really would like to send it up the flanks a little bit more aggressively. So removing this should open up a little bit more passing style. I think especially with the Regista role over here, he really is looking to like send it out to one of our forward wingers over here, I would say, and it's probably going to be better like that. I'm still fine overall with everything else. Maybe, you know, maybe we don't run counter. Maybe it's causing some of these guys to sit a little bit too deep in our end instead of a little higher up, and it might, you know, like Pittman getting a little falling short a few more times. Maybe if we weren't like this and we were a little bit more control, we'd do that. I'm a little bit worried that if we went control, it would move everyone up a little too much. And with the fact that we already have these a little higher up, I'm not sure. I don't think we're too defensively minded. First of all, we only have 2 people, well, not counting the goalkeeper, 2 people on the entire team who are actually sent to defense. Now, again, the other idea is, what if we went with some sort of off-centered setup here with another advanced playmaker, or even restoring some sort of box-to-box midfielder? We know O'Keefe was quite happy being... they're about the same, I guess. They so enjoy being ball-winning midfielders. Oh, it's neat to see the little connection here. Close and Rose are starting to develop a sort of understanding, which is nice. Probably keeping him centered does make the most sense. I could turn one of these guys to defensive, but I don't think that's right. So, I guess the question becomes with Pittman. Maybe the hold-up ball and more risky passes, I don't think that makes as much sense. You know what? I think that's actually not what we want. He's really not that comfortable over here. He's actually more comfortable being an attacking midfielder. If we made you an advanced forward, now how's your dribbling skill? 10 and decreasing, and you don't have very much speed. Like, the acceleration and pace is so bad. You don't make that great of a target man. You really should be somewhere else. Like, you've got good skills overall. I think this actually makes more sense. I don't want a poacher. I definitely don't want that. The false 9, more risky passes move into channels. Move into channels. That's an interesting question. Because false 9's a little further back. I think if we had the advanced forward role, how fast are you? You have a lot of acceleration. Oh, you're actually not that good at passing. Better at finishing. Okay, so yeah, you're an advanced forward as opposed to a false 9. 20 years old. I still might want to train you as a false 9. Know what I mean? Like, he's already got the characteristics of a fast forward, and he's not going to be a target man. But the false 9, mostly just to work up his passing. Let me get rid of the stamina focus here. Must improve first touch. Well, it is one of the things we're working on over here, so that'll be okay. I'm not going to set both because it's just going to increase the training workload. Here we're still at medium, which is okay. Train you up as that. Right now your passing is too low to put you in that role. So we will play you here, and if we're doing that, I think the pass into space with this guy becomes insanely good. As opposed to Pittman. Now, let's take a look at Pittman. He's really good there. How is he here? Yeah, I can see with his lack of speed. Now, I think I am training him up as a center midfielder, deep-lying playmaker, and I think that's exactly what Pittman is going to excel at. Either attacking midfielder or center midfielder sort of playmaker thing, which we don't need right now. Although we could get, if we drop these ball-winning midfielders back, and we were running a box-to-box, but a deep-lying playmaker over here might be even better. Again, it will encourage people to pass to the middle as opposed to the flanks, but he's not bad as a connecting element. This, I think, would be better. The only question is, do I put pass into space in front of this? Naismith with a 13 and a 12 acceleration. Ronan, if we play Ronan, with the 13 and 14, he's certainly a lot faster. And again, there's Mr. Dead Kennedy over here, which is half decent. Now, I don't know about the retained possession. But I think I do that. Yeah, I kind of like that. Long-range shots are bad. Again, we could tell Rose to chill off on that. Or we could just make him stronger and stronger with it. What's his actual finishing? It's only a 6. I don't know if you use finishing for the long shots. Not that a 10 is insane. Oh, you're play 1-2s. I like to switch ball to other flank. Do you not actually have the I like to take long-distance shots? You have long-range passes, which is actually, I think, a great idea for this position, especially if we continue to improve your passing. Regista focuses on passing and technique. First touch, which is important. Yeah. Vision, yes. Composure, decisions. These are all the things we want. Yeah, your long-range pass could have huge potential. I think close is going to be really good. What, you have really good potential, don't you? Yeah, you do. Okay, I like it. And yes, I'm going to put the pass into space back in there. So the familiarity for the passing style is fine. Some people are still getting used to their position role duty, but other than that, it's fully hardcore fluid. And as such, I am going to go back to, for the training here. Yeah. Defense set pieces, I think that's mostly going to be good. We might tweak a few things. Here we're going to be playing at home, so we might do like an attacking movement shot. We got away, away, home. And I mean, we might mix in some defensive positioning, but I think the defending set pieces, that's just such a danger zone. I kind of like that as a default, and then we'll just throw in some other stuff. But at this point, we've got a fair amount of practice. Balance is going to be the default training going forward. I'm still leaving on team cohesion for now. Let's take a look at our dynamics. We're over at average now for team cohesion. I mean, I'm still below average. It's still red over here. And maybe once you cross the line here, it actually becomes good. But we are moving up on team cohesion, and I think this makes a huge difference. We're going to see more of these things where we get the little line. See, Danny, Rose, and Ben Close have strong partnership and play well together. Rose is also perfect for the ball-winning midfielder role, while Close is well-suited to regista assignments. What I'm really hoping for is to see the link-ups on both flanks over here. If they really develop their relationship this way and understand where they're each going to be all the time, beautiful, beautiful things are going to happen. I don't know if Chaplin will ever develop the same sort of link up with anyone. I think if we had sort of an advanced midfielder here, I think there's a good chance they would develop a sort of link. I'm not sure about how the wingers may or may not connect over there, but yeah, I think that once this relationship develops here, I think we've got a really solid thing moving forward, and I'm looking forward to it. I do have to, I've got a few too many people that are just sitting around kind of sort of doing nothing here. There were a few injuries. I'm going to double check what everyone's stats are and how they're doing. Probably a couple people may get moved down to the under 23s a little bit more semi-permanently for a little while. We'll see. Jack Whatmo over here hasn't been doing stupendous for us. Nate, how are you doing in terms of your warm-up? You're still only at 68%. Again, potentially a lot stronger. We might just run you here, despite the lack of sharpness. I think it's going to be worthwhile. And Connor, you can see here, is only at 65% as well. That's a little hairy. On the other hand, last time we did that was in that cup game that we won, so who knows. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, folks. I will see you guys next time.